it's commonly assumed by Christians that either whether they're Protestant or Catholic, that Jesus was born on December 25th. If you ask any Christian in the street, they'll be like, "Yeah, Jesus was born on today, December 25th." So let's look at this claim. So basically, the short answer to this question is that no, Jesus was not born on December 25th. It is not believed Jesus was born on the day Christmas is globally celebrated. Instead, Christmas was chosen as a convenient celebratory day on the same day of a pagan holiday that celebrated the winter solstice, according to the History Channel. The holiday was celebrated as the Roman pagan solace, or birthday of the unconquered sun, which began on December 17th and ended on December 25th. So basically, Jesus was not born on December 25th. This is a confirmed fact, and it's not just the History Channel that says this. One second. It says we know that if we read the New Testament, we know that the shepherds were in the fields watching their flocks at the time of Jesus' birth. In the Gospel of Luke, chapter 2, verse 7 to 8. So basically, shepherds were not in the fields during December. In the Interpreter's one volume commentary, it's a commentary on the Bible, says that this passage argues against the birth of Christ occurring on December 25th, since the weather would not have permitted shepherds watching their flocks in the fields at night. So basically, there's just over there's a lot of evidence against. Basically, Jesus was not born on December 25th. So that's false. That assumption that Jesus was born on December 25th is false. Another thing that defeats the idea that Jesus was born on December 25th was Jesus' parents came to Bethlehem to register in a Roman consensus. The Gospel of Luke, chapter 2, verses 1 to 4. This gives the difficulties in the desire. Basically, such consensus were not taking in the winter when temperatures often dropped below freezing and roads were in poor condition. Taking a consensus under such conditions would have been self-defeating. So basically, the whole idea to move Jesus' birthday to December 25th was to bring the Roman pagans into Christianity. The important fact then to get clearly into your head is that the fixing of the date of December 25th was a compromise with paganism. This is what William Walsh says in The Story of Santa Claus, page 62. So basically, nowhere in the Bible does it say Jesus was born on December 25th, etc., etc. So Jesus' birthday has to be assumed using other facts. Basically, if we read the Gospel of Luke, chapter 2, verse 7 to 8, it shows that Jesus would probably be born in a warmer month. It's possible, like because it's possible that Jesus was actually born. So we need to do a little bit of detective work, right? As for when Jesus was really born, so basically, John the Baptist was born at least 6 months before Jesus. If his birth is taken into consideration, it leaves Jesus' birth in June. So it's possible that Jesus was born in June. The United Church of God names June 13th to 17th as the likely time Jesus was born. Basically, Jesus was not born. The whole point I'm trying to make is Jesus is not born on December 25th. It's also possible, if we read the Gospel of Luke, chapter 1, verse 18 to 13, it says during the temple service, Zacharias and his wife learned they would have a child. And after he completed his service and traveled home, Elizabeth gave birth to John the Baptist in the Gospel of Luke, chapter 1, verse 23 to 24. Assuming John's conception took place near the end of June, adding 9 months brings us to the end of March as the most likely time for John the Baptist's birth. Adding another 6 months, so John the Baptist is older than Jesus by six months. It's possible that Jesus was actually born, not in June, but at the end of September. So it's possible that that Jesus was born. It's possible that Jesus was born on June 13th to 17th, anywhere from June to the end of September. Jesus was born. Jesus was born in one of the warmer months. And the Quran seems to confirm this too. If you read the Quran, chapter 19, the Quran, the chapter named Mary, named after the Virgin Mary, it talks about Jesus' birth. So getting to those verses real quickly, because I'm trying to make this video as short as possible. Hang on one second. Okay, so all right, so it says in the Quran, chapter 19, verses 23 to 26. It says, "Ain't the pangs of childbirth drove her." This is talking about the Virgin Mary before she gave birth to Jesus. It says, "The pangs of childbirth drove her to the trunk of the palm tree. She said, 'Would that I have died before this, and was a thing forgotten, utterly forgotten.' So he called out to her from below her, 'Grieve not, thy Lord has placed a river beneath thee, and shake toward thyself the trunk of the palm tree. Fresh and ripe dates will fall upon thee. So eat and drink and cool thine eye. And if thou seest any human, say, Verily I have vowed to fast unto the compassionate, so I shall not speak to this day to any man.' Then she came to her people carrying him, being Jesus. They said, 'O Mary, thou has brought an amazing thing.'" So basically, getting to this, it's the whole point I'm trying to say is that Jesus was born during the warmer months, according to both the New Testament and the Quran. So basically, the differences between the two is that Jesus' mother, the Virgin Mary, gives birth to Jesus alone, by herself in the Quran, but in the New Testament, she gives birth. In the Gospel of Luke, she gives birth with her husband around, and people around, etc. So basically, there are differences between the Quran and the New Testament as to how Jesus was born. But the whole point is that according to the Quran, chapter 19, verses 23 to 26. Yeah, the Quran, chapter 19, verses 20 to 26. It talks about Jesus being born when the palm trees had fresh dates in them, which would imply that Jesus was born, according to the Quran, in the warmer months, meaning like the summer, like possibly like midsummer, late summer. So it's possible that Jesus was born in June 13th to 17th, given the Quran's account, or it's possible he was born, in late September, given the New Testament account and the Quran account. If Jesus was born in the late September, this wouldn't invalidate the Quran's claim, because in late September, there would still be there would still be warm weather. It would be the beginning of fall, and there would still be warm weather enough to have dates coming out of the palm trees, or fresh dates coming out of the palm trees. So basically, that's to be honest, nobody knows when Jesus was born. It's my theory that Jesus was born sometime in June. mid-June, but that's just my theory. I don't know, anywhere from June to September. But the whole point I'm trying to say is that Jesus was not born. Jesus was not born in December 25th, like Christians assume. So this just shows that Christian tradition doesn't get the facts right about the historical Jesus. It's all it was all it's some of the Jesus story has been compromised by Roman paganism, which is really telling, which really tells you that the Christians weren't getting the facts about Jesus right. Stay tuned. The final videos are coming up.